Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Wrestling Tea Tarot. I am Calypso Vibes here with my partner Jude. I am doing a reading on Rhea Ripley, the current, I don't even know, SmackDown, right?
Allegedly.
I think SmackDown Women's Champion.
They haven't swapped them. She's on Raw.
But she's still on Raw. I'm so confused, you guys. But anyway, this is about Rhea Ripley, your champion. We're going to do a dive into what's going on with Rhea Ripley. Maybe even see what's going on with her and Buddy Murphy. See what's going on with Rhea Ripley in Judgment Day. See if we can see what the WWE has plans for her to do in the future with the, the championship, the WWE belt that she has. Maybe see some possible future opponents. Maybe see if she's nursing an injury, because I think that she's possibly nursing an injury. While I was shuffling cards, a certain set of particular cards kept showing themselves. So I'm a little concerned that my girl might not be 100%, but she's, she's grinding through it. I also saw a lot of grief. So I think my girl's grieving a death, and I think I end up looking. Her grandmother died like right after WrestleMania, so condolences to her family on that. But yes, I think I saw a lot of that, so I wonder if we'll see it as I actually do it for you guys, or if that was just personally for me to see. But let's get into it. Rhea Ripley is a Libra. She is ruled by Venus, balance, and relationships. Seventh house represents marriage, partnership of all kinds, and issues with relating to other people. I think your girl definitely probably struggles with making friends, hence why Judgment Day was perfect for her, because it gave her this circle of safety, right? With these brothers protecting her. Beauty and emotions. You have an eagle's eye for beauty. However, you are ruled by emotions, and you can get stuck when it comes to thinking practicality. I think that a lot of Libras suffer with that, right? She's a life path 3. Oof, hate to see that. And I don't mean hate to see it in such a way like life path 3s unfortunately tend to be liars or deceivers or not fully honest people, or the type of people who live double lives, right? So she's a life path 3, the socializer, creativity, self-expression, and fun. Great though for the business. Realist, remain optimistic yet realistic in the face of difficulty. So, a lot of her cards are saying dealing with reality, stay in what's real, right? Not daydreaming, not fantasizing, right? Things like that. See what else we can see. We got Destiny number 3. Through self-expression and artistic talent, writing, speech, singing, etc., you will be known for motivating others and filling life of those around you with joy and happiness. Then we have reevaluate what it means to work with loving service and within your family. Work with your call towards duty and service to others, delight in home and family, and compassion and affection. So her power number is 6 and her destiny number was 3. So she has a lot of 3s in her life, right? She's ruled life path 3, a destiny number 3. Power number is a 6. And her love number is a 6 with Buddy. If y'all are unaware, she is currently in a relationship with Buddy Murphy. Used to be formerly Buddy Murphy in WWE. He is now Buddy Matthews in AEW. Love number 6, your relationships needs to feel safe, serene, and ordered. When the soft space you create together, anything is possible and you're able to express your creative gifts. So he will provide her a safe space and a place to vent her creativity and, maybe even synergize ideas and things like that with. That's what Buddy will be great for her with. You take this. Again, we are Wrestling Tea Tarot. Again, I am Calypso Vibes. If this is your first time here, please smash that subscription button, like, share, subscribe. Sorry, y'all. I am really derping my brain right now because I was like all into her cards. Sorry. Getting these downloads while doing her reading. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you get all the notifications when we post videos. Maybe we'll do your favorite wrestler. Leave a comment down below of who else you would like us to see. But we ask that you guys fully watch our videos and let us know what you think and who else you would like us to see. And what you thought of the video. It is feedback and criticism is greatly appreciated, and your support is greatly appreciated. So don't forget to like and comment. I assure you our videos are fun and, a good time, and check them out. If you love tarot, if you love wrestling, then I assure you our videos will definitely get your interest. Subscribe and check them out. All right, you guys, we're going to jump into it and see what we can see about Miss Rhea Ripley, Demi Bennett. All right, so first out the deck, we have Shadow Work, Reflecting an Unexpected Storm. I am using a Lilith deck here. Something in the summer, growth in the summer. We got the Sun and Strength. Fears and Illusions. That's my concern, because she, based on what y'all heard in her life cards, her destiny number and her power numbers, tend to be a little delusional. You know what I mean? Lot of anxiety, doubts. Seeing it. All right, let's see what else we can see for Rhea Ripley. Remember, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes. I repeat, all alleged for entertainment purposes and fun. I ain't looking to be sued by anybody. You know what I mean? Just for doing, a reading. We come with good intentions. Looking to just tell their story. And their child work, healing, self-care. I told Jude I think she's nursing an injury. And that self-care depleted tells me I'm on to something. Triggers and disharmony. Let's see if we got any more else that wants to talk.
If she's nursing an injury, I'll tell you what, that kind of makes sense, right? Because they've got her fighting Natalia, who is a veteran, who knows how to work safe, who probably, I think they have faith that, she's someone that they can put her in the ring with for Night of Champions without particularly putting her at risk.
By the way, they also had her fight Zelina Vega, another safe fight. She's had safe opponents.
Oh, I was figuring if she got hurt anywhere, it probably would have been Zelina. You think she's still busted up from Charlotte?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a slobber knocker. Charlotte hit the deuces.
Uh-huh.
I'll see y'all when I see you.
Well, first of all, they shaded her out of her main event, so...
Oh, it is main event again. Okay.
Don't start. Don't start. Don't start. All right, you guys, we got self-love, creation, and intentions. Focus on desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, and manifestation. Your girl's definitely, if y'all heard in her cards, again, creation, creativity, that's great for Rhea. Rhea's always working on creativity, and I love to see the self-love and intuition. She's focusing on desires of the heart and kind of trying to demand her self-worth and working on manifesting things. Then we have reflecting, shadow work, soul searching. That's more of this self-love, creating, trying to be more intentional, deep introspection, evaluation, hermit energy, void period. So a lot of shadow work, right? Double reinforcement of she needing to work on herself and, trying to improve her attitude, her outlook, her energy. We got summer growth, timing card, activity, goals, progress, life force, energy, new patterns. See what I mean? A lot of self-work, a lot of progress. We might even see some changes to her gear and stuff in the summer. I'm wondering if some of these manifestations and ideas are going to come to fruition since we see growth in the summer, right? Self-care, energy. Again, like I said, I said all these things before I even pulled the cards. Been a lot of energy on my body, like of tingly energies all over my body. Self-care, energy, low energy, depleted, cleansing, wanting time alone, recharge, retreat. Again, this hermit energy and needing self-care, self-love, working on things. And I told y'all, low energy, depleted, cleansing, wanting time alone, the recharge. your girl's nursing injuries. And these cards, I've gotten 3 cards now that have talked about self-love, self-care, depleted, needing to recharge, working on herself. All 3 of these cards. We got unexpected storm, tower card, destruction, conflict, unforeseen, change, sudden news. By the way, I think this is mania. Like the storm of mania of I know her and Charlotte were not happy at all about because that was sudden news and a sudden change of events, right? Unless this is going to be something else that's another sudden change that your girl's going to get hit with, of possibly dropping that belt again. Let's hope not, right? Let's hope this is the storm of the unexpected news of what happened at Mania, right? That they were supposed to main event Mania and then just didn't. Right?
And she lost her grandmother right after Mania.
And she lost her grandmother after Mania.
I would like to think that's not a belt drop if we got growth in the summer. I'm hoping she's going to have a big match at SummerSlam.
Right.
But
it's a lot of shadow work, though, and a lot of depletion. Self-care, hermit energy.
She's got to take care of herself because that's a heavy burden.
Fears. And then she has limitations. What I tell you? Limitations, anxiety, comfort zone, overthinking, negative outlook. See? Trying to...
a Libra overthinking and with anxiety? Come on.
Fears and illusions. Be careful of that, Rhea. Them fears and illusions. Remember, allegedly for entertainment purposes. I'm calling it. I think she is not healthy currently with the belt.
And Libras struggle with balance.
And I don't think she knows how to take time away.
Everyone's too thirsty for her. She's so over. She can't take any time away.
Sun, strength. Right. Empowerment, heart chakra opening, compassion, happiness, truth revealed. We're seeing the sun.
That's an easy one. Because the sun is Leo. So that's trips.
Right.
And as Finn. And as we discovered, Finn is a life path 33.
So he's a master teacher. Right. And so she definitely has sun strength around her. And then we got 5D, though. Dream messages, telepathy, 5D communication, astral travel, spirit guides, and signs. So, I saw a few other cards in other decks. I'm going to wait to see if they fall out. This card, on top of shadow work, I think tells me a lot. And we got to wait until we get some more tea in the other decks. But your girl might definitely be into the craft. And when I see intuition, right? Manifestation on top of, astral traveling and spirit guides and signs. Pay attention to your dreams, Rhea. And also she might be tapping into stuff like that. She's tapping into that spiritual energy and getting spiritual guidance. Inner child healing. Wounding, coping mechanism, learned behavior, self-discovery. So she need to do some inner child healing. I think that's why Trips becomes off as a father figure. He's pretty much the new Vince McMahon. I'm your daddy, right? To everybody, right? A lot of these wrestlers have parental issues, and it's usually always the patriarch, by the way. So many male wrestlers always be like, oh, Vince McMahon was like a father to me, a father figure, a father. Even Undertaker, who's a grown man, named his son after Vince. All these dudes gravitate around whoever the male patriarch in the business is.
And Rhea's an NXT girl.
All right.
A Triple H NXT girl.
So she's got a lot of inner child stuff. Remember that self-love and care that she needs to do. She's got a lot of inner demons and things she needs to heal. Present, attracting, but she's manifesting gratitude, abundance, positivity, tranquility, success. She's attracting a lot of success and good things in her life. As we know, she's on fire right now, but she's got doubts. She feels lonely. Again, that isolation, fears, illusion, negativity, missed opportunity, not hopeful, discontentment. I think she's got a lot of doubts probably about this title run, right? And how they're going to book her, right? Since they changed her main event on her at the last minute. There's disharmony in the back, triggers, right? Conflict, competition. I told y'all. There was arguments, harsh communication. I think some of the ladies fought with the dudes. You see this, right? It's a lady fighting a dude. I think there was beef and harsh words possibly said over the Usos, Sammy and KO knocking Charlotte and Rhea out of that main event. I don't think they've made amends with that. They're still mad about it. And I mean, if you ask me, they really should be. Because they had match of the night. Chemistry and magnetic. Two of Cups, passion, mutual feelings. Feeling drawn to someone. Okay, Rhea. There's some magic and some chemistry and some boo-lovey energy showing up. I'm happy to see it. Then we got Remember, light work. Again, I told y'all, a lot of spiritual work being done on her. Transcendence, getting past things. Remember, I even told you that I saw the what was the word that it said?
Ascension?
Ascension card for her. I'm seeing it now. Transcendence, getting past conflict, spiritual awakening, inner shifts. I'm telling y'all, with this astral guide signs and the working on manifestations and now the light work card. Your girl might be working with someone who does spiritual work and practices for her. And she's also going through a spiritual awakening. Like, she's growing, she's elevating. She's also getting a promotion. Trying to say that without, because I got to start being more careful about how I say these things on the channel. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, imagine if you are, going to you're in a fraternity and you get a bump up in the fraternity. Think of like that, right? That's what that says too. Then we got the loss, wounded. Yeah, she's still grieving. I definitely saw a lot of that grief card. I saw it like so many times while shuffling, I lost count. Loss, wounded, rejection, not feeling enough, missing someone, left out in the cold. So I definitely think she is grieving the loss of her grandmother, but I also think she misses her family. Remember, this isn't her country. You know what I mean? So I think Rhea's homesick and misses her family a lot. And I think she has regrets not being there when her grandmother died. Because she was here in the States. So I'm sure that weighs heavy on her too, What do you think, Jude?
Well, I mean, the themes of, needing that work on herself.
So a lot of work on herself and the doubts, a lot of anxiety and doubts too.
Right. But also that spiritual growth or learning. Again, I don't know how into spiritual or occult practice Finn is. How much of that is gimmick and how much of that is shoot. But the fact that Finn has had this demon persona this whole time and now has moved into the Judgment Day and he's in this teacher role, I wonder, to what degree he has maybe helped with that, allegedly for entertainment purposes.
I told y'all, she's tired. She's hurt.
We got to remember also how young she is. She's not 27 yet. So she's a young woman. She's been with WWE since she's been 20. I mean, to some degree, I feel like her story, her career is almost like Paige.
Right, too young.
To enter the business so young.
She's burning fast.
And to be this hot talent, right? Very attractive, very charismatic. Men love her, women love her. But everyone wants something from her. And yeah, she likes the attention. She says very sweet things, at least in interviews, right? I mean,
I'm going to be honest, and some people might not like this opinion. Rhea gives off Cody vibes to me.
Yes. Yeah, here's the face I'm letting you see.
Right.
I painted it on just for this.
Yeah. That's alleged for entertainment purposes. I'm not looking to have any of Rhea Ripley's fans beat me up. You know what I mean?
You're one of Rhea Ripley's fans.
I am. I do. I love Rhea, but I've said it before, and it wasn't until I was doing these cards and I was like feeling the energy, and I kept seeing mixed signals, mixed signals, mixed signals, and I'm like, and then the deceiver card is in my hand, and I'm like, it's exactly what I thought it is.
And she's a 3.
And she's a 3, which is deceiver and liars. So I don't shoot the messenger, y'all. Let's get into it though. We have the mirror. We have reflection, echo, and replica. All right, so that, you know, she's a Libra, and the mirror, I think, says a lot. Reflection, echoing, and replica, right? Who is she mirroring?
China.
She's mirroring somebody. And she's a replica of someone. It is what it is. I don't know who they're building her after, but she's not the original version. She is being modeled after someone. And maybe that's some of the frustration. Is that she's being put in this mold.
Yeah.
That's not her own.
I mean, just as a fan, China seems the obvious choice, right?
Right.
And then they had her in conflict with Beth, and Beth was, you know, not quite a China clone, but certainly China inspired, but with a different aesthetic.
Right.
Because again, she's tall and strong.
Right. And then we have the curious. And it's like, I think the artwork to me always says a lot, right? And we have wonder, doubt, and truth, right? There's the doubts again. A lot of doubts, right? Curious and doubtful about what's to come, wondering what's going to happen, what's going to play out, right? But she's also seeking truth, and it's also that spiritual journey. So this image to me says a lot about the curious, right? Curious into spirituality or more of the occult, right? But also has a lot of doubts and a lot of you know, trying to seek truth about, you know, situations. But them doubts and anxiety and fears is real. It's all in her cards. The abundant, but she's hot. She's money right now. You know, we got the abundant, nurture, comfort, need, right? Like, she's comfortable, but I'm not seeing happiness, y'all, unfortunately. I'm seeing some happiness. I actually thought I'd see a lot more. Let's just put it that way. It's very minimal. It's more take care of yourselves, heal, take time off. You need to hibernate. You need to work on yourself. You need to do some, I don't know. By the way, she has a Ouija board on her hand. I didn't realize that. She has a lot of occult symbolism on her body. And I'm the type that you are the energy you wear. And maybe some people listening to this video won't be surprised, but I think Rhea is heavily into occult studies and practices. And yeah. I couldn't tell you what side of the pendulum she's on, though. I would say she's probably more of a Lilith type, Hecate type, right? Versus, you know, like an Aphrodite or Persephone type. We have the intimate, right? And we have fear, incompatibility, and love. More fears, right? And there's 2 lovers. And I told this to Jude also while shuffling. I saw this card and there's another card that I saw shuffling. I don't know if there's someone else starting to make their way into her life that she's getting feelings for, right? Because I am seeing this incompatibility and fear and love. So it has something to do with love and 2 lovers, right? You see the two people and the storm and the fracture from the first card. And there's a storm and a fracture here. So I'm a little concerned about her relationship with Buddy. because there's a lot of fear and a lot of, incompatibility and doubts. And then you got this fracture, right? But there's love in the intimate, but it's two lovers. And it might be a he and a she. Like everybody always think when you hear two lovers, oh my God, who's she cheating on, a guy? And it might not be a guy. It might be a chick. Sometimes our artwork is spot on. The deceiver. Here it is. Duality, pretense, and trust. There it is. The two faces, the smoke and mirror. That's the mirror, by the way. So there's the smoke and the mirror, right? Look here. I want you to look at this presentation. Don't look at this person in presentation, right? So we definitely have her being deceitful and wearing kind of two faces. And she's a Libra, right? Libras are two-faced. Sorry, it is what it is. People, if you're a Libra listening to this, I'm sorry. Like y'all are like Geminis. Y'all can wear two faces. And y'all don't always be honest about y'all feelings, and y'all don't like conflict. So there's your duality and your, the pretenses and trust. It's crazy. Everything from the first deck is falling out right now. Like just a reconfirmation. What do you think of these cards so far, Drew? You've been kind of quiet. If I'm quiet like that, you like, oh, I'm over here reading by myself.
Yep. So you're over there reading by yourself.
And then it says the Inferno, passion, self-destruction, energy. So she has a passion for the business. We know it, but it's explosive and it's hot and she burns hot and she's willing to hurt herself. Like, and I've said this to Jude that I think she works a little too rough now, that she doesn't protect herself. And I really feel like she doesn't protect her opponents all the time. Like,
she's going to New Japan.
Like, yes, Rhea fights more
right
like a New Japan wrestler. Like, she fights very rough, and I don't think she always protects her opponents. Like, especially when she does these headbutts and things like that. And by the way, I love Rhea Ripley. But Rhea Ripley is not exempt for criticism, you guys. Because sometimes people who are her fans, like, hate to hear any critiquing. And I think she's a little rough and a little reckless at times. So we're seeing that Inferno. And I think she has an explosive temper. Like, when I look at this photo, it's someone that's hot-tempered, right? And explosive and self-destructive, right? But has a lot of passion. And she definitely has the passion and energy for the business. So there's the Inferno of burning hot, right? But also being the explosive personality type. Then we have the commitment, loyalty, obligations, and dedication. Who is this commitment to? Because there's the intimate, and now there's that commitment. Reinforcing what I was talking about this relationship, right? Talking about loyalty, obligations, and dedication. So that commitment is coming up. So is this the commitment to the business? Or is this the commitment to Buddy showing itself, right? Or is this the commitment to someone else that we don't know about? Right? It's interesting, right? There's some obligations and some loyalty there. And I wonder if this is Buddy. I'm going to hope it's Buddy, but the concerns of this incompatibility to this commitment is concerning, right? And these fears and the fracture and storm in there. What you think of what you're seeing so far?
I mean, it's got to be hard, right? They're working in different companies, and even though she's in a great position right now, she doesn't have the kind of stroke that Charlotte has to be like, oh no, I just came back a month ago, but I'm going to leave again for months to go spend time with my boo, especially because they're not married, right? Like, Charlotte and Andrade is different from Rhea and Buddy. It's got to be a challenge. It's got to be a challenge. They obviously don't travel the same places at the same time.
Right. All right, you guys. And then we have the potential. Creativity. It's showing itself, right? That potential. the fate and possibility. So, right, the potential of all the things she can become and be, right? It's showing itself that, the universe and the Fed sees a lot of potential in her, right? And is banking on that, right? And that creativity is there showing itself again. But we have the surrender, and she's drowning in the water. The surrender, right? Avoidance, apathy, submission.
Yeah, I wonder, why they only kept the belt on her such a short time back in, 2021?
So that she's surrendering to these emotions, these flood of emotions, right? And if you look at the face, looks unhappy, and it's just like, oh. Like, it's a little concerning of the avoidance, right? The avoidance, the apathy and submission with that wound and grief showing itself, right? And then this card's looking very similar,
yeah.
Right? The trial, struggle, despair, exhaustion. So she's going through trial by fire.
Or by water.
Or by water. Maybe both.
Right.
But she's exhausted. And there's despair and avoidance. It's a lot of heavy cards, you guys. Don't always read into people who smile a lot. You know what I mean? You never know what someone's going through behind a smile. And I think Rhea has had to wear a heavy load lately. That WWE schedule ain't no joke. But if you look at these cards, look at these. Look at these two very similar cards of like drowning, flooding, barely staying above water.
Mm-hmm.
This one's underwater. And then we have the end. So it's a death card. Death, closure, finality. The end. So there's going to be the end of a cycle. And I'm wondering if this is going to be the end of her in the Judgment Day, right? Because this death card is a little concerning. And I'm hoping it's not her. I'm hoping this death card is either possibly the passing of her grandmother, right? Or it's that she might possibly be leaving Judgment Day. Like, we're going to see a death and a rebirth. Look, this phone is doing funky colors. Sorry, guys, if y'all can't see the cards. You can see the camera, like, doing these weird shades, and it might be because the sun's going down. And then we have the weary. Oh, my God. There's so much exhaustion. I knew I felt heavy, and, like, I'm feeling tinglies all over my body. Like, my legs. You've seen me fidgeting this whole time, like, touching at my legs and body. Because that's what it feels like tingles in the legs. It's something to do with, like, the legs and maybe, like, the mid-torso is where I'm feeling all these different, things on my body. I don't know how to describe it. But the weary, drained, heartache, and fulfillment. Right? It looks like a queen with her crown, but exhausted, old, a beat up queen. Right? And it's called the Weary Queen.
And to some degree, she could absolutely be the same woman that's in those two drowning pictures.
Right. We'll put that there.
Just an aged version.
So what do you think?
Oh, I think it's, what you were saying is pretty clear, right? That she's feeling the weight of that responsibility. I don't know that she...
I don't think she's fully happy.
I don't know that she likes all of the attention.
Because it's brought about creeps.
Yes. And look, I don't know if she's ever struggled with body positivity in the past or whatever, but, like, we saw... look, she's always been...
Demi what again, real quick?
Bennett.
Okay.
She's always been... attractive both, visually and sort of her energy, but they have hypersexualized her.
Oh, yeah. She went from pants that she loved
cakes full out
to shorts, and she says, I know you guys like these. She didn't say I like them.
Right.
She said, I know you guys like these, which was cringe to me as a woman. Oh no, I'm only wearing these because it appeases y'all.
We've had this conversation in another video, right, about how the WWE is absolutely bringing back the Divas era. Like, at the same time as these women are working harder and putting on fantastic matches,
right?
They're also, exploiting them more.
There's greed involved.
Which, by the way, was the same pathway with China.
What?
China used to wear pants, and she was just all about the muscles.
Right.
And then before you know it, she's dressed like, Red Sonja in a Conan the Barbarian movie.
Right. And had surgeries. What is her name again?
Demi Bennett.
It so don't suit her to me. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold up. Jeez, these cards are sticking. The journey. All right, so we have the sun, spring, protection, greed, creation, reincarnation, patience, and the adversary. I'll see if one more card, because they were sticking hard. Sometimes that happens, you guys, because I cleanse and spray the cards. And then we have foresight. All right, you guys. Hopefully you guys are still tuned in. Wrestling Tea Tarot. Remember, this is all allegedly for entertainment purposes. Strictly alleged. All alleged for entertainment purposes and fun. I'm looking to be sued by nobody. I come with good intentions, love, light, and good intentions, All right, let's put this in alphabetical order. But, so you agree with my reading so far? Like, of what I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Creation. Sorry, y'all. These things, I got to read them off the PC. And it kind of like in alphabetical order. All right, I'm ready. I'll deal with the rest once we get to it. All right, let's start with creation. Can you make it bigger? I'm like blind today. Sorry. We have the creation card showing itself, you guys. And this is my more darker spirits deck. So expression, conception, and completion. Creation is more than bringing something into being. It is an opportunity to tap into our hidden talents and skills. Creation is a way to connect with ourselves. So it's about her expressing herself, right? And creating characters and this idea. Even creating an identity. When we're creating, we can be uninhibited, playful, and fully engaged in the moment. Find a place where you can create freely. Take the time to finish any projects you have previously started. So we know the Fed can be a little stifling, right? Because they create the character for you and not the other way around. So she has to find a way to get some creative output, whether it's art, music, poetry. I hope Rhea has a way to creatively express herself, whether it's with her clothes, and not be so heavily manufactured and told what to do, because she needs it now for her own mental self, because I think she feels like she's losing herself. There's a little bit of feeling like I'm lost is the energy I'm feeling, a little bit like I'm lost. Not you know what I mean? Like, and I hate that I'm not seeing more. Sorry, I want to go stretch my leg because I've been sitting so long today. I needed to pop it. I feel like she feels stifled because there's not enough happiness in his cards. Which is, like I said, I'm not crying, but I'm also not happy. I'm just like, that's what scares me, is like that apathy, like, like blood, like resting blood face is what I feel. right? I don't feel much of anything, and that's a little concerning. Foresight is the next card we have, you guys. Foresight with the cat peeking out of like a door. All right, foresight is prescience, planning, and vision. Foresight is the ability to see beyond the present and anticipate what the future holds. Take the time to plan ahead. You possess the ability to predict what is needed for the future, oftentimes with uncanny accuracy. You may be clairvoyant. Keep moving forward towards your goals and leave the troubles of your past behind. Use your vision to your advantage. So we saw the manifestation and intuition card showing itself. So she has gifts.
The fact that she has, you know, I'm not even sure the word for it, but the Ouija stylus
Right.
tattooed on her hand,
Right.
which is a divination tool.
Right. I wonder if she's aware of her gift. I'm serious. I wonder if she scries or anything. Like, seriously. She might be into scrying and other things, like whether it's crystal ball or something, but that hand guides something. She's into something.
Mm-hmm.
And she has the foresight of it. And that's why I saw the light work and the intuition. And then we have greed. Why are you making that face like there's something else you want to add to it? We're showing the greed card, you guys. There it is. Greed, greed, greed. All right, let's get into it. Greed, desire, discontent, lack. Greed is the desire for more. It can be the desire for one particular thing or many different things. You may find yourself impacted by someone else's greed. Boy, I told y'all she's burnt out. They're pushing her hard. And greed is playing a factor into it. Perhaps you struggle with your own greed and find yourself endlessly chasing satisfaction. That might be a thing. Take the time to understand your motivations for acquiring more. What will bring contentment to your life? So she needs to find pleasure in things. What's going to make her happy? What's going to make her satisfied? What's going to make her feel fulfilled? Right? She has to find fulfillment in that creativity, which I think is where the creativity in her spiritual gifts is where she'll find some peace and sanity and around friendship, right? I don't see a lot of females around Rhea, and I hate that for a lot of women because some women get along with men better than women, right? Because with women, it's always this stupid competitive nature instead of just being able to support each other in a loving way. And the reality is women need other female energy, that spark. And like swords fighting each other, right? Swords sharpening each other. I wish people knew how to move from a perspective of like, look, if you're doing 10 times better than me, great. I'm happy for you. I want to see you do well, because some people will pull you up and sometimes people won't. But that's a choice a friend gets to make. But she needs a tribe around her. Seriously badly, outside of just the Judgment Day. I'm talking about like she needs some like girls who like, girl, you got this. Like she does. She needs that feminine girl power a little bit around her.
Had stayed with the Judgment Day,
right?
Because I think Beth could have
been that more for her,
right?
And she needs it.
Been that voice of wisdom, because I don't think she's gonna get it from Becky.
Right.
Maybe she did, because she's had such great matches with Charlotte, that maybe Charlotte has, mentored her to some degree.
But see, I think Rhea's the type that needs somebody who's not in the business, because so many of them are catty and backstabby and shady.
Right. Which again is why I think even though Beth
she needs someone.
But she's not.
She needs somebody with a firm hand. Like, and that's really what Rhea needs. Rhea needs firm hands. Like, her energy even though this character looks so strong and domineering, I'm not seeing none of that.
Look,
I'm not seeing none of that.
I don't mind telling you, a Libra needs guidance.
Of course. Patience. Patience. It's okay to admit that some signs aren't natural born leaders. But with guidance can be stars. And that's the reality. Like, plenty of Libras are big stars in these businesses and make a lot of money. And again, make great judges. And in certain fields will make a lot of money. But I also think a lot of Libras, especially when it comes to spirituality and balance in their life, need guidance if they are to that ascension. And she needs female guidance, no shade. Can't have all this masculine energy all the time.
I don't know if there's a lot. I mean, Dusty.
There is.
Dusty and Eddie.
There's a lot of masculine energy around Rhea. And that's why I'm saying she needs some of that female boss energy around her.
No, I was talking about Weebers who have been like
Oh,
superstars.
really? Superstars.
Dusty and Eddie are like I can think of right away.
I can't think of off my hand, but I don't want to get distracted. Patience, self-control, commitment, delay. Patience is accepting delay. It is waiting without losing interest, becoming bored, or fearing defeat. Now is not the time to be impetuous. What you want is worth waiting for, and your quiet perseverance will not go unnoticed. Take time to be thoughtful of decisions. Keep your eye on the end goal. So there's things I think she wants, but she's going to have to be patient. She's got to be patient, and she needs to be quiet about it. She doesn't want to blow her chances, because let me tell you, Vinny got a short fuse. You start complaining too much, and you ain't making him money, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. And then your last name ain't Flair, you got to be careful. All right, you guys, next card is protection. Protection. We demand her some protection. I demand protection over me too. All right, so protection, shield, defense, safety. Protection is keeping that which is important to you safe from harm. You may need to protect loved ones' property or resources. Someone in your life may try to take too much from you. Ooh, I don't like that. If needed, be sure to protect your personal space, time, or emotions. Make your boundaries clear to others. Do not be unnecessarily defensive in relationships. So it's saying she needs to set boundaries and protect herself and her assets, but also her energy and her peace. And we saw that firsthand with her with fans, right? Fans coming up to her demanding to sign this, do that. And she was so scared to tell them no. And was like, can I go now? Right? Like, she don't know how to set boundaries and just be like, I said no, right? Because she's afraid that the internet, like, I think a lot of these wrestlers are afraid of these creeps putting them on the internet saying, oh, Rhea told me no. And like, you see this video of her snapping one day, right? No context, right? Not getting the full story. And she looks like the bad guy, right? So to some degree, she does need to set those boundaries. She does need to tell fans, no, I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood today. I'm tired. And keep it moving. She's allowed to say no. She's allowed to demand her peace. And this even means in her friendship, but also with the company. She needs to tell them I'm tired, right? If she's tired, or I need a day off, or I need to go see family, or whatever it is. She needs to set boundaries and protect her peace and her mind. We have reincarnation showing itself. Reincarnation. All right, you guys. So, with reincarnation, again, remember, you guys, it's all legend for entertainment purposes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Let us know what you think of the video. Rebirth, integration, changeable. Reincarnation is a rebirth. I told y'all, I forgot what card it was that I saw like a rebirth. But I definitely pulled a rebirth card. Allow the wisdom you have gained from the past to be your foundation for the future. Look at your life and see all that you have overcome. See who you truly are in the present. Reinvent yourself by integrating the old and the new. You are fluid. Allow yourself to flow and change throughout your lifetime. She needs to flow. She needs to allow herself to adapt the past and the present and to flow into that energy. There's a rebirth coming. I told y'all there was a death and a rebirth. I think it was the death and rebirth card. Something's coming. Something's new coming. And hopefully the rebirth is her setting boundaries, being more open, being more vocal. Excuse me. And I just burped for confirmation that she really does. There's going to be some kind of rebirth. Maybe a character evolution. Maybe leaving Judgment Day. Something. There's something. There's some kind of rebirth, and you know, her redoing something, whether it's in her private life or in the private or public eye. Spring. is our next card, you guys. Spring. Spring, renewal. I told you, oh my God, just the reconfirmation, renewal, vitality, beginning. Spring is a season of life that can be brief or long term. Spring brings a new promise of new beginnings. It is a budding romance. See, I told y'all I was concerned of someone else being in the picture. It is a budding romance, a new job, novel ideas, or a fresh start. Now's the time to sow the seeds that will bring the future of abundance. Spring is the season of renewal. Embrace the vital energy it brings into your life. Like I said, concerned that there is someone else showing up in her love life and in her private life, because I saw the two lovers and the fracture and the storm and the incompatibility and the commitment in a lover. And that card is just kind of saying that a little bit more, because it could possibly be some new love, allegedly for entertainment purposes. Don't quote me on it, y'all. But there's some new things going on with Rhea with this reincarnation spring. Stay tuned. You heard it here first. Possibly a new lover, and possibly leaving Judgment Day, or something else, also something new. Possibly when she finally goes to SmackDown, that's going to be new. So we'll see. The adversary. I wonder who is opposing her. Adversary showing itself. The adversary is a challenger, obstacle limits. The adversary is your competition or enemy in any form. There may be someone in your life who is going to challenge you. The enemy can be a situation that feels out of your control. So something and someone is making her feel out of control. Know your true adversary. Sometimes you are your own nemesis. It could possibly be herself. She could be her own worst enemy. I believe it based on this energy I see. Do not let a negative mindset defeat you. You have more control than you realize. She needs to regain control and take some time off the self-care and self-love and find her identity again, and find more of her old self and not be so much of what the Fed wants her to be, because she's getting lost in this new character a little bit, you guys. The Journey is the next card that we're getting into. What's the Journey? Travel, vacation, movement. The journey is a physical movement. It can be a brief change of scenery or weekend getaway, a vacation, or a long-term travel. You may relocate for a job or move into a new home. The journey can pretend a long-distance relationship in your future. Well, it already does. She's in a long-distance relationship as we know it. And he travels the country. Like, they both travel different countries. So this is them traveling, living separate lives, having a FaceTime and all that. That stuff is catching up, though, by the way. And it's causing insecurities and a lot of impatience with her during this long-distance relationship. And she might be getting a new home, because I think she's getting a pay bump soon. And she's the sun. We saw the sun before. We saw the abundant that looked like the sun. And now we're actually seeing the sun card showing itself. Happiness, fulfillment, attainment. This is the first card I feel like with the abundant that, like, these seem to be the only cards that show light and happiness. And maybe that's some progress to hold on hope for Rhea. The sun is a reassurance that you are on the right path. Everything that you have worked for, manifested. We saw the manifestation card. Manifested and dreamed of is coming to fruition. But she has to be patient, y'all. That patience. If she's not patient, she will cost herself her bags and that day in the sun. You are close to achieving your goals. This travel of a new home and making bags, and this is ascension and self-manifestation and glow up and that abundance. You got to be very careful about that. What do you think so far, Jude?
Well, I think the way you put it is right. You know, we see this abundance, we see this happiness, but it doesn't actually say she's got the happiness. It says she's on the right path to the happiness, right? It says she still has to jump through these hoops to get to the happiness, to get to this springtime, which could be brief or it could be long, right? It doesn't...
Today?
Demi Bennett. It doesn't promise a long spring, a long time of abundance. And we saw in the previous deck, you know, the price that's being paid, the drowning, the weariness,
the doubts, the fears, the anxiety, and the wounded. It was a lot of heavy stuff. y'all. That's
So,
plenty.
Yeah, I think, we're seeing the success. I mean, we can see the success in real time. Her being champ and her being as over as she is. But these cards are really talking about the cost of that success.
What I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
What I tell you. I don't want to brag or anything, allegedly for entertainment purposes, but I'm good at what I do. I am able to do what they call shufflemancy. While shuffling, I will see the cards, and all the cards I saw have fallen out except for the grief card. That was the only one that didn't come out that I kept seeing. I guess it felt like you saw it 6 times. You don't need to see it fall out. It's literally the only card that hasn't fallen that I saw a lot of. So, I saw the broken, I saw the weary, I saw and I told her, I was like, yeah, I think she's hurt just off the shuffling. And I was like, I think she's going through an ascension. We're seeing that. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting. We got total drama action, though, y'all. This is what's brewing. There's some drama coming with Rhea. We got some total drama action because this is spilling. This is some what's brewing, spilling the tea deck I got here. It's a little bit of a tea deck. And she needs to have caution. Remember that patience and caution. She needs to be careful of this drama that's trying to come her way. Then we have getting played. Ooh, like a marionette. Manipulation, lies, controlling, pulling the strings. Someone's getting played. I don't know if it's her or her playing somebody. Remember I told y'all 3s tend to be, we saw her being a deceiver, and now we're seeing the getting played, right? Manipulation, lies, and controlling and pulling people, being a little manipulative, being deceitful. Allegedly for entertainment purposes. I don't know if that deceiver is her or someone else, but the deceiver and now the getting played card, that is either her, and I hate to say it's possibly her or someone doing it to her. Unfortunately, that's hard to kind of see a little bit. Then we have the falling apart card. I told y'all I think your girl is hurt. She's beat up, falling into pieces, all torn up, right? That wounded, that lost. So the falling apart could be her body hurt or possibly the wounded, right? Emotionally falling apart, right? And then we have the doing. Oh, be careful out here, Rhea. We got the party lifestyle showing up, the doing, the partying. She's got to be careful and be safe. Gotta be, she might be nursing. That's what I'm saying. Nursing injuries by, partaking in some partying activities, and she need to be careful about it. She needs some family time. Seeing the family time card. Hopefully that's coming soon for her. Because this is a what's brewing. So possibly what's on the horizon is her having some family time, and that getting played is concerning, and her body falling apart. And I'm hoping my girl don't get injured because she's nursing injuries. But I'm definitely seeing the party lifestyle, and she needs to be cautious about that. She's got a bugaboo on her hands. Someone is a bugaboo in her life. Someone is a bugaboo. Then we got fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Oh, Lord. Remember I told y'all I saw the 2 lovers cards, right? And I couldn't tell you if it was her with the 2 lovers or the person with 2 lovers. But this fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours, love is a battlefield, about to go to war, fighting, or someone fighting for her. This is crazy. And a little messy, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's looking a little messy. That total drama, bugaboo, fighting for what you love. I'm like, oh, Lord. And the getting played, that's all them cards I pulled earlier. And what I tell y'all, remember I pulled that fiery explosive card, anger management. Somebody got a hot temper. Your girl over here with that explosive temper. That
Libras are easily wounded.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, y'all got anger man. Y'all need anger management. Under spiritual attack. Remember I told you that depletion, all that. Under spiritual attack, fighting off negative energies, fighting spiritual warfare, needing to clear your energy. Oof. This is concerning with the serpent wrapping her up.
Look, I don't know what she done opened herself up to with some of these tattoos she got.
Yes.
She might have got some stuff being young and naive. Not really respecting what she was getting herself into.
Right, but now she's under spiritual attack and needs to clear her energy. Rhea, if you somehow see this, girl, get yourself a bruja. Go to a abuela, something. Go to a priestess. Go to a voodoo priestess. I don't care what your practice is. But you need to get cleansed, baby. I have rarely pulled that on people, but there's someone putting a chokehold and a spell on you. Coming in after you. Someone in a knight in shining armor coming in after her. It's a little concerned with some of these cards. Not gonna lie. What do you think so far? Because I'm about to wrap it up. About to take it on home. Take the church home.
Yeah. That under spiritual attack is concerning. Right? I think she needs to, that family card is important. She needs to, go back to Australia for whatever time she can afford. And, she might be able to get some,
there's the scales right there.
Native or Aboriginal Australian.
Right.
Help. I mean, from
an
the
indigenous
homeland.
will love it.
The justice for the Judgment Day with the Libra. The witch.
Ooh, her card is talking. Oh my God. How about I pulled repeats of her cards? I told y'all. Hi, everybody. Y'all just got to see a peek of my face. I ain't got no makeup on. Don't judge me. All right, y'all. Here we go. All right. Let's see what we can see, you guys. I'm over here itching. All right. Again, this is Wrestling Tea Terrors. Is all allegedly for entertainment purposes. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. This is the last deck. We're going to bring it on home right now. Fairy tale. They think this kind of love only happens in fairy tale stories because to them you are too perfect to believe it's true. Who got Rhea living in a fairy tale? Because this is messages of her heart. This is how her heart feels. Who got my girl feeling like she living in a fairy tale? Hold up, y'all. Sorry, some of these cards done fell over. Then we got mixed signals. That cloudy space between hot and cold, is their way of telling you they're not totally sure if they're into you or not. Ooh. So someone's giving mixed signals. Your girl, that's possibly your girl out there giving those mixed signals. Twin flame. You don't have to be or do anything for them to love you. Their higher self wants union as much as you do. She's got a twin flame around her or in her life that she's intimate with. I'm not always going to assume that, that's Buddy. It's possibly, hopefully. I don't know Buddy personally, so I'm not cheering against him, I want Rhea to be happy. I always want people to be happy. Guarded. They are still very guarded and trapped behind their own emotional defenses. Allow them to fall in love in steps. So, she's very guarded. And whoever's with Rhea needs to be patient with Rhea, right? Because Breaking them guards don't come easy. Justice, they're trying to do something right. They're trying to do the right thing by offering you something more solid and giving it careful consideration. So she is a Libra of justice, and this Libra of justice could also represent the Judgment Day, as y'all know, right? Because Judgment Day has the scales and their imagery. So I wonder if the guys in Judgment Day are saying, oh no, we can get back on track, because I told you that a lot of this rebirth, new life, is possibly separating her from Judgment Day. So they might be pitching to try to keep her in Judgment Day. I don't know.
Buddy is also a Libra, and Damian Priest is also a Libra.
Right. So it could be those guys around her too. They're at the end of a big healing cycle, coming to peace with their past and bringing back balance and the connection. I hope she gets some healing, y'all, because she truly needs it. And I think she acknowledges that she needs it. Frequency. They are aligning to the frequency of love and operating at a high frequency vibration with openness to receiving. There's that abundant receiving, that abundant frequency showing itself. Then we have the witch. They see how powerful and magical you are, and sometimes they wonder if you have them under a love spell. Who's the witch? Is she the witch, or she thinks someone else is the witch? Questions only one can wonder. Brewing up. Be ready to expect the unexpected, because something is brewing and it's gaining momentum. So remember, I pulled that card that something's coming in the summer, the spring and the summer. She's working on things, or the Fed is working on things for her, but things are brewing, but she's got to be patient. Unspoken love. They've been carrying, someone in love with Rhea. Someone, I told y'all there's someone else. They've been carrying a torch for you all alone, but unable to confess their love due to their fear of rejection. But this is for Rhea. So I don't know who Rhea might possibly got some unspoken love for. She might be looking at somebody a little older than her. I mean, I don't know. It's all alleged for entertainment purposes. That's either her with the unspoken love or someone else. Taming the beast. You make them putty in your hands. They know their old conquering ways will not work with you, and it's a lie. I ain't going to say what I was just thinking, but I'm going to keep that to me.
That one no lion, that's a tiger.
Tiger, lions, and bears, oh my. That's what I'm thinking. Old wounds, they're unhealed because
they just gym buddies. They just be going to the gym together.
Right. It's the conquering ways will not work. the choice of words gave me some flags. Old wounds, their unhealed childhood. There we go again. That little child card that showed up earlier. Old wounds, their unhealed childhood wounds prevent them from forming meaningful and long-lasting relationships. That's why she's so guarded. She's got childhood traumas. I don't know what happened to Rhea as a young girl, but she's got some serious inner healing that she needs to work on, you guys, from her childhood. She's got a story she's never told the crowd or people. Maybe we'll hear it one day. The player, there it is again, that player marionette. Remember I told y'all the manipulator, the deceiver, and that player card? Right here. No, it's a little further under. I can't dig under all them cards. But the player lifestyle that once defined everything they did has stopped looking enticing ever since they met you. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. All right, y'all. That's the end of Rhea's reading. It is not what I expected. I'll say that. Your girl needs some spiritual healing and spiritual cleansing. She needs to work on her spirituality, better protecting herself, and some guidance. there is some drama and something going on with her relationship, private, personal life, and that's not my business. I'm not trying to spill too much about her private life, right? But I'm seeing the witch, and I wonder if that's her, because I said it. There's some occultic energy coming off here. There's different energies coming off here, and I think I told a very consistent story. Hopefully you guys enjoy what y'all heard and listened to. But again, this is all legend for entertainment purposes anyway, and it's all in good fun. Because I'm not looking to be sued, even though I trust my gifts and my abilities wholeheartedly. Says this is what the card said for Miss Rhea Ripley. What do you think?
No, I think you covered it. I don't feel like I've got anything to add to this. Gosh, there was something I thought when you were going through, and I'm trying to remember. No, whatever it was I had on your first pass, there was a card that I thought I had something to say. Then
Which one? There's mixed signals.
No, this is what it was. The mixed signals card. Because as over as she is, I feel like, we saw the test card, right? And I don't know that the company, as much as the people love her,
right,
whether it's because she's still young or, doesn't have the greatest mic game, I don't know that the company is 100% behind her in terms of having a longer term championship. Also, thanks to Roman, the fans don't want any more long-term champs.
Right.
Like, within 6 months, they're going to want somebody else. Doesn't matter who it is. I don't know who it is. And that's not even a reflection on Rhea.
Right. Roman's kind of killed the business in that way.
Roman, Gunther, the Usos. Like, we're going to see a belt change hands. The one belt that did change hands is on Sami and Kevin, which is like the boringest choice that it could have been. But as much as people love Rhea, I think that this is still trial period training wheels as far as her being the face of a brand.
That's why she needs to put out a positive frequency, though.
True.
And move with more confidence.
And
be patient. She's under heavy observation.
Yes. And I mean, she could move with more confidence. The people will love it because everyone wants, dominate me, Rhea, dominate. Yes. Like, lean into it.
Right.
Instead,
But it's not her natural nature.
She plays this doughy-eyed, fawning over Dominic. Right. It's like, no, you got it wrong.
Right. I think I hate that she's kind of changed the character a little bit. It's become too much about Dami for me instead of putting Dami on the collar.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of where it's going currently. All right, you guys, but that's been my take on it. Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right, you guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Please, please, please subscribe and tell us what you think down below about the reading and who else you would like to see. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will love your feedback. And I hope you guys will watch and check out our other videos. I promise they're really good and juicy, just like this one. This is Wrestling Tea Terror on Calypso Vibes. Until next time, you guys. Bye.